Hi everyone, this is Dr. Richard Schulman. The poet John Donne once said, "No man is an island." He isn't here right now. A lot of us feel like we're islands in this time of social distancing and stay at home. There's a lot of data showing the effects of social isolation on health outcomes, and the news is not that good. Social isolation seems to be related to greater rates of heart disease, cancer, Alzheimer's, susceptibility to viruses, and depression, amongst others. Doctors who study the effects of social isolation have found two markers of inflammation, which is usually associated with poor health, that come from social isolation. One is C-reactive proteins, and that's just the marker indicating inflammation, and fibrinogen, which is what makes blood clot. When does your blood clot? Well, when you're injured or have a trauma. The body seems to respond to social isolation like it's at risk, like it's about to be attacked, that it's vulnerable. Well, it makes a certain amount of sense. Human beings are pack animals. How often have you said to somebody, "I've got your back, do you have my back?" If you're isolated, who's got your back? There's also a little bit of a debate between what are the effects of loneliness versus social isolation, and this is really important because we're in the midst of a giant experiment. Whether you like it or not, we don't really know what the outcome of this time is going to be. We'd like to think that our leaders are using good assumptions to create the models that they're using for the choices that they make, but we don't know. Sweden has taken a different course than other countries. We'll see if they were right or they were wrong. They didn't do a lockdown. They just asked people to be responsible. What a novel idea. In any event, people can be in big groups and still feel lonely. People can be isolated and not feel lonely at all. So we don't really know. The best I've gotten out of the data that I saw was that the negative health outcomes are more associated with social isolation than loneliness, but there's a lot of kind of gray area in there. Now, on the other hand, there's lots of clean data that good social networking create good health outcomes. There's tons of studies on this one. Just that's 1 + 1 is 2, with a little bit of bookmark. Social networks will pass along attitudes, beliefs, information, behaviors. If they're positive, cool. Better health outcomes. That's what the studies say. If they're negative, not so much. So you got to stay positive. The information has to be clean. It's interesting. The other day I listened to Dr. Fred Harvey, who is probably the most experienced alternative medicine physician in this area. He was on WMNF in Tampa. And he spoke about what you do to boost your immune system. All the different vitamins and minerals and things you can take, things you can do. As it turns out, I was already doing just about all of them because there's nothing new under the sun here. Do your own homework. Look these things up for yourself. Make sense of this for yourself. And then, when you feel like you have good information, communicate it to people you care about and talk it over. It's just information. Take it, leave it. Don't get negative about it. We tend to get into fights about these things. Let's not fight, as Mick Jagger once said, brothers and sisters. Why are we fighting? Okay. Be that as it may, the summary is social isolation will have negative health outcomes and will affect the immune system. The question is, can we fight social isolation using online internet platforms and connecting with people? We don't know, but I suspect we can. And I advise everybody, Connect with the people you love. Connect with your old friends. Connect with your family, your kids, your parents, your brothers, your sisters, whatever that makes you feel good. Because there's nothing like feeling good to support your immune system. And by the way, there's a ton of studies from psychoneuroimmunology that look at the connection of your emotional system and how good your immune system is. So everybody, I send you love. Stay connected. Stay healthy. Be cool. And peace out. Oh, by the way, you can contact me by email, dr.richardschulman@yahoo.com, through instant message on my Facebook page. If you want some music, you can go to the band's website at dreamwalkersband.com. And I wish everybody peace. Take care.